Appreciate it. I want to bring in Dr. Perry Wilson, an associate professor of medicine at Yale. 96% of Americans have yet to be fully vaccinated, but we see these pharmacies really trying to make a dent. So, Doctor, what is your reaction when you see more rollout like we have today?
I mean, this is great news. It's objectively good. I think Omar Bradley said that amateurs talk strategy, professionals talk logistics, and logistics, getting the vaccine out there to the broader parts of the country, so critical. But of course, logistics only take you so far. What we really need right now is supply, and I think that's what everyone is feeling. It's great that you can call your local CVS and see if they have a vaccine for you, but if there's not enough vaccines to go around, we're all still waiting a while.
Right, and just the effort, like we talked about, logistics, getting where do the cars line up, how does this all happen, and we're all kind of watching it play out in real time. We're also sort of keeping an eye on kids. We mentioned it could be a long time before we vaccinate that age group, but turning to schools, how soon before we can really have kids safely back in 5 days a week? Because you have teachers who say they don't only want to go back in if they're vaccinated, but then you have the Miami superintendent who said we can do it safely.
So I think kids can actually get back in schools. I think now is a reasonable time to start getting kids back in schools 5 days a week. That's what's happening across much of the country already. In fact, in Connecticut, large parts of Connecticut, kids are in school 5 days a week, which is where I am. Most of the data suggests that the drivers of community spread are not open schools. It's other things like private parties and restaurants, in some cases even bars and things like that. And we're starting to learn that, kids aren't doing great remotely, particularly kids who are more vulnerable, kids without great internet access in the inner cities and in the rural parts of the country. So I think rapid reopening of schools is a great idea, and we should move forward with that.
Right. I want to get your reaction, too, because some state governors are sort of restricting travel, or they are restricting travel from states where they're seeing the new variants. But the new variants, it's safe to say that they're everywhere, right? Is that going to stop?
Yeah, there is a sense that the horse is out of the barn here. The U.S. really wasn't doing a great job at national surveillance of variants like some other countries were. This is starting to ramp up. CDC is analyzing 750 samples per week from around the country for variants, but that's a pretty low number still, and we'd like to see that much higher. So there's a lot we don't know, but you're right, these variants have been detected in multiple states across the country. Now, there might still be a role in some restriction on travel because it might delay the pace at which the variants sort of take over, but it does have a sense of inevitability. And I want to remind people that for the UK variant, which seems to be the one that will become dominant by March, the evidence suggests that the Pfizer and Moderna vaccines are protective against that. And so again, getting those vaccines into arms is probably our best bet here.
Yeah, whoever wants one, right? That's what we want. Everybody who wants one to get one. So hopefully we'll see that. Dr. Perry Wilson, thank you so much.